Hello everyone. So I want to talk about the angel of travel. Now Saint Christopher isn't an archangel, but I talk to him like one. And I'd really like to talk a little bit about Saint Christopher because he works amazing miracles when you're travelling around. He's the angel of travel safety. And you know, some people carry little coins or they wear Saint Christophers when they're travelling around to make them feel safe and protected. But I have a travel team and I'm going to talk a little bit about this because if you're travelling anywhere, it doesn't matter if it's on a bus, on a plane, on a train, in a car, anything, you know, on a tram, you know, if you're going in a helicopter, any of these wondrous devices that move us around the planet, doesn't matter what you're going on, you can call on a travel team. And I always call on Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Jesus, Saint Christopher, Archangel Metatron and Archangel Gabriel to be my travel team. And everywhere I go pretty much, if it's on roads mainly, I will see highway maintenance vehicles, all kinds of them, vans, trucks, cars. They just kind of pull out in front of the vehicle that I'm in because it's their way of saying, your travel team's here, you've got nothing to worry about. And I also find that if I'm in a car, because obviously I don't drive, if I'm in a taxi, for example, if I'm in a cab and it's going very, very fast, and trust me, the taxis in Stoke go very, very fast, you know. They just, all they want to do is get from A to B. I feel safer in a London cab than I do in a Stoke taxi. So, you know, sometimes they're going very fast and that's when I'll call on the angels and literally one will pull ahead and slow it down. Or a car, or if something will happen to slow this vehicle down because the angels are saying it's okay, we're on it, you know. Because most of the time if I travel around, I will always ask the team to come in. I'll always ask before I go or during the journey, pretty much at the start of the journey. But I have had moments where I've forgotten and then I've called on them and that's happened. They haven't sent a highway maintenance in straight away, but they've sent something else in to let me know that I'm okay. But Saint Christopher is the angel of travel and he really does get overlooked when you're working with angels because he works like an angel, you know. He's an ascended master, which means ascended masters are physical people that have walked the earth and then have passed over and watch over, okay, in a higher way than anybody else, for example. So, you know, like, I don't know, Granny Smith who's passed away, you know, won't have as much influence over people as Saint Christopher, if that makes sense. So even though, you know, she could be in charge of something, but, you know, you can call on any of the ascended masters. And, you know, I've actually had Princess Diana come through as an ascended master when I've been reading for a client because this particular client really loved Princess Diana and saw her as, you know, somebody watching over it and she came through. So anybody who's walked the earth pretty much and helped and you know, loved and guided is an ascended master, and you can call on these ascended masters for assistance, and that's really who Saint Christopher is. So Saint Christopher, you know, really does help you when you're travelling around. And, you know, I call on the highway maintenance team or the travel team anyway because I work with so many angels and I'll liaise with them. They're like my best friends. So it's really just like ringing my friends up and saying, you know, can you just come and watch over me while I go on this journey? And that's really what you do when you put a prayer out there or you put an intention out there or ask for help. It's like you're ringing the angel hotline, you know, and they're saying, how can I help you today? And you say, thank you for being with me as I travel around and thank you for helping me to get everywhere safely today and for watching over me and my loved ones, however you want to call on them. But this is a little quick video about Saint Christopher because if you're travelling around, really please do call on Saint Christopher because you'll see the difference. You'll see that things run far, far smoothly than if you don't call on anybody, especially if you're going abroad, if you're going on a plane. You just watch the difference of how smoothly things go. You know, if you call on the travel team as well, things will just fall into place. Especially because you're calling on Archangel Michael for safety. You're calling on Archangel Raphael for your health and well-being. You're calling on Archangel Metatron, the time angel. Well, that's perfect when you're going abroad, because you're going to an airport and you're dealing with queues and times, and you know, Archangel Metatron just moves queues out of the way. You know, I always do it when if I'm in a toilet queue at an event like if I'm at the theatre, or you know, I did it at the World Angels Summit as well this year, because the queues for the ladies' toilets were just massive, you know, and I'll say, Archangel Metatron, thank you for busting this queue, and literally seconds people going in, you know, the queue's just gone. So call on Archangel Metatron to be part of your time, to be part of your travel team. You know, obviously Jesus, who oversees everything, I call on anyway. Archangel Gabriel for communication and allowing things to run smoothly. You can call on whoever you want. You can make up your own teams of angels. You know, you can make up your own teams of angels and call on them for anything in your life. But if you're travelling anywhere, please, please call on the amazing Saint Christopher, because he will come in and just allow everything to be amazing for you. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon.